Hi, my name is Officer VanDomelen. I am a patrol officer on days here with Lynnwood PD. I was formerly in the military where I was a Green Beret medic for 8 years before getting out, getting my master's degree, and realizing that desk life was not for me, which put me right back into policing. And so now my favorite job I think I've ever had is going around and just never knowing what's coming up and going to a variety of calls every day and getting interact with new people every day and just kind of taking it all in and loving what I do. We're going to what was classified as a weapons call. The call notes only said that a found gun was recovered in a stolen U-Haul. So essentially what happened was U-Haul either recovered their own stolen vehicle, which sometimes happens, they have their own team that goes out and finds them, or another agency, or potentially ours, recovered the stolen U-Haul, and during a reverberation or whatever they did to get the car ready again, they found a gun and want us to pick it up. So we're gonna go out, we're gonna run the serial number on the gun, see if it's stolen, take possession of it, and then enter it appropriately and make sure that it's not involved in any other big incidents. Do we know?
Is this in the one that was just recently, like when I was here?
No, this is, we just got it.
Yeah, sure enough.
Okay.
And it was in police impound. I forget which one it was, but I just was checking fluids and I opened up the hood.
Can you run a serial number on a Remington 380? He'd have found a slumper in a car. Sounds like he's awake, but DUIs come in all forms. Physical control comes in a lot of forms. It can be alcohol, but it also could be drugs. And if people are passed out in a car, usually with drug paraphernalia, that's a serious concern because when they wake up, they don't know what's going on. They'll often slam on the gas or slam in reverse and cause a lot of damage to cars to get away because they're not quite sure what's going on, or they want to get away, or they have warrants. So it's always, when somebody's slumped in a car, it's always good to have multiple officers respond to try and pin the vehicle in or just be a presence. Found a person slumped out in a car in front of Bellevue Rare Coins. Luckily, the vehicle was turned off, but in those kind of situations, we always fear that somebody who's slumped out will drive, that they're under the influence of a narcotic, and that them driving away from that location will cause an accident, cause injury. It's a DUI, essentially. So we arrive. We try and block in the vehicle so that if they wake up in a start and they see police, they don't slam it into reverse or, cause significant injury when they try and drive away. It just kind of helps keep the situation contained. So the person woke up, Officer McDonald spoke to them. We figured out that originally the template didn't match, but we figured out that was a dispatch error. We figured it out, everything's fine. But they have a history of drug use. The occupants in the car have a history of drug use. So part of our responsibility is to make sure that they know that if they drive away, it's unacceptable for them to drive away in current condition. Because we didn't readily see narcotics in the car, it's very hard to do anything more than just advise them. There wasn't a burnt foil in their lap, there wasn't a pipe visible, so we can only advise them that if they're under the influence, they need to call a friend or not drive, etc. So that's why we went there. It could have been a very serious situation, but we were able to figure out that it ended up just being a warning, essentially.
What was up to?
Well, I got a call that somebody saw you smoking foil back here.
Not me. I don't smoke no foil, my brother.
I
was picking up the trash, they organized this stuff, and the Asian lady brought us some food. I don't smoke no foil, none of that stuff, my man. You can look around and go.
That's fine. I'm just telling you what I was told, right? What? Do you mind giving me your name?
No, I didn't do anything wrong.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
No,
You're good? You don't want to give your name?
Well, people that say
You're not. Hey, you're not in any trouble. Like I said, I just haven't met you before, so I was asking you your name.
They call me extra, man. But
They-
like you say, I'm an athlete, I play sports. I'm just to clean up. I don't get spoiled into that crap. I can get sick for it.
Okay. You said we contacted you yesterday?
What?
You said we contacted you yesterday?
No, I said whoever contacted you and said that, that's a falsification. That should put it on tape.
Well, I think somebody was just driving by and said something.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Or saw something interesting. So none of this stuff is yours?
what?
None of this stuff is yours?
As far as what goes?
Well, there's a meth pipe right there, so that's
Where?
kind of
Where at?
right on the glove, man.
Oh, I don't know. This is my simple. You can have that. I don't do drugs, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the pocket knife and all the other stuff is yours, but the meth pipe that's right next to all the stuff that's yours is not yours. Is that how I understand it?
Look all through here, man. I don't mess with that crap. This is look at. Look right here. Look at that crap.
So the original reason why we came to this call was this male, who they described perfectly, was seen to be smoking something off of foil. So in order to have a detainable offense, I have to be able to see it, or it has to be out for me to see. There is what we refer to as a crack pipe or a meth pipe out, but drug paraphernalia is not illegal. So I could push it a little bit more to see what I have, but the guy's friendly. He's not making any threats. The person who called this in wanted no contact. So right now the best thing is probably just to get him moved along. But that's why we can't arrest somebody based off something we can't see. Old way the law used to work is, prior to me becoming a cop, was if you had drug paraphernalia, it was automatic PC, probable cause for an arrest. Even though there's drug paraphernalia out, it's most likely his. It wasn't in his hand when I arrived, therefore I can't put it back on him. So I was looking to move up north and submitted an application to a number of surrounding agencies, and Lynnwood's response time to my application, the environment that I encountered when I came out here to interview, just the kind of people that I saw who I'd be working with really drew me into this agency, and I have not been disappointed. I'm a crime scene technician, which is a collateral assignment, or it's not, this isn't my full-time thing. It's something that I'm able to do in addition to being a patrol officer. So when big crime scenes happen, I assist the officer on the scene in processing the evidence on their scene. What's going on, sir? I see that. Just letting you know, I wear a body cam. Everything will be out and video recorded. No, I just happened to see you. And you're...
out the sun for a second.
All right.
I'm okay.
All right. Well, I got to do my due diligence and figure it out. So we checked the alerts. He's been trespassed from multiple areas, but not this one. Close. And trespassed from some of those surrounding places, but not this one. So that's mainly what we're worried about, is we want to make sure he hasn't been previously trespassed from this area and that he doesn't have any warrants. And he's not violating any laws or anything. I'm just trying to let him know we're here and try and prevent a complaint later about a nuisance or a disturbance or something like that. I met him before. He's always been very nice. Always just want the best for you. So it's good to see you. It's good to see you in this kind of state. And I honestly, truly wish the best for you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. This call we were at was a known problem apartment at the Woodland Greens, where a neighbor said that somebody was pounding and kicking the door so much that it was shaking the adjacent unit. So when we first arrived on scene, there was nothing showing, nothing visible, nothing heard. Talked to some neighbors. They confirmed that somebody had been kicking the door. We eventually got in touch with the problem apartment and talked to someone who we are familiar with, who said that there was a person who had, quote, negative energy causing the disturbance, and that they had moved them along. Didn't need our assistance any further, but we always offered it should that person return. So between generally 2 and 7 o'clock is when the most of the priority thefts happen. We call it the theft triangle by the mall over here by Dick's Sporting Goods, Best Buy, Nordstrom Rack. So coming through here, running license plates, figuring out if somebody, recognizing suspicious cars, seeing if they have warrants. The overall goal is to prevent crimes from occurring. And part of that is recognizing people who have warrants and taking them into custody on those warrants before they shoplift. but also just trying to find stolen cars and deterring theft before it occurs. So that's why we're here. General presence patrols in the high theft areas, just to let people know that we are nearby. It also gives the good people, the people who are here to do legitimate shopping, a sense of security that we are in the area, and if anything were to happen, it's good to see the police around. Hi, the only reason I'm pulling you over today is because your tabs are super expired.
Yeah, my tabs are super expired. I'm really sorry about that.
It's all right.
Yeah,
I saw you haven't been
trying.
warned about it. It's fine. I'd rather just give you a warning and
Thank
let
you so much.
you use that money to get your tabs updated. I know in Washington tabs are super expensive.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Do you have your license and registration? I just need to check that and I'll be on my way. So we just went to a priority collision, and priority collisions are classified that way for one of two general reasons. One is if there's injuries involved, and second is if somebody left the scene of the collision, so which makes it a criminal act. In this case, it came out that there may have been children injured in the collision, which is why we diverted off a welfare check call to the priority collision. We were first on scene, determined that the children were okay. It's most likely just a little shoulder soreness from the seatbelt, preventing them from being further injured. Aide arrived right behind us, checked it out, everything was fine, and then at that point we just assisted with making sure everybody had their license, registration, proof of insurance, and assisted the traffic sergeant in completing a collision investigation. That's it. Appreciate you all riding along with me today. Hopefully you've learned something, gotten to know the city of Lynnwood a little bit better, and I look forward to next time.